Hello, and welcome to 5 Minute Math. Today we are looking at the fifth grade concept of dividing whole numbers and unit fractions. This is standard 5.3L in the great state of Texas. We are using item number 7 of the 2023 released STAAR test. If you haven't done so already, please go ahead and take a moment to pause the video, work this problem out on your own, unpause it, and we will look at our answers together. So we just need to simplify this expression here, 1/8 divided by 4. So if you know the trick here, this problem probably takes less than 10 seconds to solve, but let's go ahead and just draw a picture so we can see what we're looking at. All right? Because sometimes conceptually this is a difficult standard for fifth graders to really grasp. All right, so we're going to take just a rectangle. All right, so there we go. I've got my eighths. Okay? So I'm just going to kind of very lightly, I've got magenta here, kind of just shade this into that one section. All right, there's my 1/8, right? So what I need to do here is I need to divide it into 4 sections, okay? So I'm going to take, let's take blue here. And if I want to divide that 1/8 into 4, all right, well, easy way to kind of do it like that, right? So then what is this one section? So let me just take, if I divide it into 4 and then just take one section, what is that? Well, this picture as it is doesn't really help. Here's an easier way to think of it, right? Whatever you do to that section, you got to do to all the sections. So let's go ahead and divide all 8 sections into fourths. All right, so now that's a better picture. And now I've got this one section right here, right? Originally I had 1 out of the 8, but now I've got 1 out of, how many is this? I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 across. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 down. Okay, so I've got this one little section right here out of a total of 32, right? I made an array of 32. So 1/8 divided by 4 makes 1/32, or 1 over 32. Now, how can we do that without drawing a picture? Well, there's something that we know of that we don't necessarily see that shows the relationship between dividing and multiplying, right? So let's just take a basic value like 10, okay? So if we take 10, we divide it by 2, we know that's 5. Basic fact. But what if I take 10 and cut it in half, right? So you multiply by 1/2. Well, half of 10, it's also 5. And here's the relationship I want us to see here. Dividing by a number is the same as multiplying by the reciprocal. So this 2 and this 1/2, these are reciprocals, meaning if you multiply them together, you get 1, right? So 2 is just a whole number. To make any whole number fraction, you make it 2 once. We don't really write it like 2 once. That's kind of weird, but that's what it is. It's 2 wholes, right? And then the other one is 1/2. You notice how I flipped? I just literally flipped it upside down. That's the reciprocal. And so if I divide by 2, that's the same as multiplying by the reciprocal. That's just how math works. So what we can do here is we know that dividing by a number is the same as multiplying by its reciprocal. So we can say 1/2. I'm going to flip it, right? And I'm going to make it 1 over 4, because that's the reciprocal of 4, because that's really 4 over 1. So I flipped it upside down, and then I changed the operation. So instead of dividing by 4, I'm going to multiply by 1/4. And when we multiply fractions, that's easy because we don't need to have common denominators like when you add or subtract. So 1 times 1 is 1. 8 times 4 is 32. You just multiply straight across. So that's the shortcut version if you already know how to do it, but you can draw the picture as well. Either way, our answer here is A.